Today, we're bringing you another hidden gem from 2013, a lesser-known horror film. Although it's not very popular, its thrilling plot and terrifying visuals will make you want to watch it again and again. A friendly reminder, if you don't watch until the end, you'll never guess the twist. Alright, let's jump into the story. A girl fell sick during class, so the teacher gave her some medicine and sent her to the school infirmary to rest. After the teacher left, a boy lying nearby greeted her. Curious, the girl asked why he was there. It turned out that Wei had been beaten up by the school bully. Looking at his injured nose, it was clear he had taken quite a hit. However, Wei didn't dare tell the teacher the truth, fearing that it would only lead to another beating. After understanding the situation, Emiya gave him a look of disdain. Feeling embarrassed, Wei quickly changed the subject and asked Emiya how she planned to celebrate her birthday. This question hit a sensitive spot for Emiya. Her mother was always busy with work, so after school, she could only finish her homework, watch horror films recommended by her favorite influencer, and then go to bed. Wei asked if she wasn't scared watching such terrifying films alone. Emiya, once again, looked at him with a hint of mockery. Desperate to prove himself, Wei asked if she wanted to see what ghosts really looked like. Mei's curiosity was piqued. Wei confidently claimed that he had been able to see ghosts since childhood and that they constantly tried to harm him. His mother had given him a protective charm, and if he took it off, Emiya would be able to see the ghosts around him too. Just as Emiya reached to remove the charm, Wei hesitated and got scared. Emiya reassured him, saying, "We're friends, and friends don't lie to each other." Wanting to prove his friendship, Wei finally took off the charm. The moment he did, his expression turned eerie, sending chills down Mei's spine. Panicked, she tried to give the charm back, but as she approached, Wei's face twisted into something horrifying. Her screams brought the teacher rushing in. The teacher treated Wei's injuries, but he continued trembling uncontrollably. Eventually, his mother was called in, and as soon as she placed the charm back on him, he finally calmed down. After this incident, Emiya felt guilty for what had happened, but Wei didn't seem to mind at all. In fact, he even gave her some snacks as a token of friendship. Years passed, and the two ended up in the same high school, becoming inseparable. However, despite their close friendship, their relationship never progressed beyond being just friends. Now, looking back, Emiya can only laugh at those strange memories. Xiaomei has many admirers around her, including a rich second-generation boy named Dashin, who frequently seeks her attention. To please Xiaomei, Dashin invites a few friends to join him on a trip to a small island. However, they all share a concern: Away, the clingy friend who follows Xiaomei everywhere, which annoys them. They persuade Xiaomei not to bring Away along this time, and she reluctantly agrees. After they leave, Away finds the itinerary they accidentally left behind and learns about their trip. The island they are heading to is no ordinary place. According to the boatman, it used to be lively, but an unfortunate incident during a past camping trip released an evil spirit, leading to many deaths. Consequently, people gradually moved away from the island. Before the boatman could finish his story, the group arrived at the island. Dashin told the boatman to return at 5 a.m. the next day, and they set foot on the island, embarking on a journey of no return. The large house they arrived at was given to Dashin's father as a debt repayment. As soon as they got there, a small cat suddenly appeared. Lisi found it cute and held it in her arms, but the cat scratched her hand, causing blood to drip onto a clay figurine. No one noticed this incident. The group then chose their rooms, and Dashin took the opportunity to confess his feelings to Xiaomei. However, the closet door suddenly creaked open, startling both of them and interrupting his confession. When they checked inside, they found nothing, and Xiaomei dismissed it as their imagination. Just then, Away suddenly appeared out of nowhere, scaring Xiaomei and drawing the attention of the others. They were confused about how he got there. Away humorously claimed that he had a teleportation portal that could take him anywhere. No one took him seriously. Since he was already there, they couldn't just kick him out, so he stayed with them, albeit as the group's laughingstock. Later in the evening, Dashin suggested they go explore the island. Xiaomei, feeling unwell, took some medicine and decided to rest, while Lisi, acting delicate, also chose to stay behind. Only Dashin and 3 others went, with Away reluctantly joining because he sensed something was off and feared for their safety. However, the others considered his concerns a joke. To make things more exciting, Dashin blindfolded Away and dragged him to an altar. Taking it further, they locked him inside a cremation furnace and challenged him to use his so-called teleportation portal to escape. Huaya, sensing they had gone too far, urged Dashin to release Away. The group of friends decided to head back, fearing that if Xiaomei found out, she would be angry. However, Dashin warned them not to interfere, or they would end up locked inside too. At that moment, something caught Dashin's attention near the furnace door. Adon immediately recognized it as Away's protective talisman and warned that without it, strange things could happen. He urged Dashin to release Away quickly so they could all leave together, but when they turned to open the furnace, they found that the door had mysteriously been locked. The 3 looked at each other in confusion, denying any involvement. Without wasting time, they searched for something to break the lock and rescue Away. Unfortunately, there was nothing useful around the altar, so they rushed back to the house to find a tool. Upon arriving, they saw Lisi appearing seductively with a bottle of wine in her hand, acting flirtatiously. Huaya was immediately drawn to her charms, and the two started drinking together. Seeing the heavy rain outside, Dashin and Abong decided to give up on rescuing Away for the time being and joined the others in drinking. The next morning, Xiaomei woke up from a nightmare to find the four friends lying on the ground, but Away was nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, she noticed the protective talisman in Dashin's hand and immediately recognized it as Away's. She woke Dashin up and questioned him about Away's whereabouts. Dashin, still groggy, finally remembered Away locked inside the furnace. They hurried to break open the lock, but when they opened the door, Away was gone. It was baffling. There was no way he could have escaped on his own. Could he really have summoned the portal and left? The group searched the area but found no sign of him. Soon, the boatman arrived to pick them up, but the others insisted that Away must have gone back on his own. Xiaomei, however, refused to leave without finding him, and the others decided to stay with her. They told the boatman to return the next day. The boatman, observing the sky, warned them not to wander around at night, especially near the altar, because it was Friday the 13th, a day feared by the locals and considered the demon's day of freedom. The group dismissed his warning, thinking he was just trying to scare them. Later, Dashin, while recording the surroundings with his camera, suddenly saw Away appear, which gave him a fright. But when he looked again, Away was gone. Since there was no proof, no one believed him. After searching the entire area again and still not finding Away, Dashin grew frustrated and took out his anger on the funeral furnace. Just then, Lisi suddenly screamed that she had seen a ghost, terrifying everyone. However, the others couldn't see anything and assumed she was just scared. Suddenly, thunder rumbled, and the altar began to shake ominously. Subscribe to our channel for more thrilling stories like this.